Good evening, everyone. It is a YouTube first for me. I've already seen some comments down the side. I'm not sure how it's going to come up on your screen. So bear with me, and well, hopefully it'll run nice and smooth, and everyone will be able to hear me. So evening, everyone. Chris W880. Good evening. How are we? Whereabouts in the world are we from? I normally start just a touch early, to be fair, just to make sure that everyone can see and hear me. I'll make sure everything works. So just a little bit of an intro, really. Let us know who you are, where you're from, and we'll get cracking. We will get cracking. Famous mug. Golf, GTI. You can probably just see it there. GTI. A lot of things have moved over with me from Facebook. So it might sound a bit strange. If I'm talking about my cup, it's a thing I did where I just had a particular cup for the week, and it's daft, innit? But yeah, that's it. 7 o'clock when it happens, we'll chat cars. We'll chat cars. It doesn't even have to be cars. I'm a Volkswagen Audi Group technician. I've been for 15 years, give or take. So yeah, what I do is I pop on here, or it was on Facebook, 7 o'clock every Sunday. A lot of people message me throughout the week with issues that they've had, or something they want to ask a technician. As all of you are probably aware out there, you've all tried to sort of get in touch with a technician at some point, and you can't do it. Cannot get in touch with us. Even if you come to the dealership, there's like 10 brick walls before you get to us. So this is why I do my Sunday night. So I can talk to you guys out there. You can message me. There is a tiny bit of a time delay that YouTube do put on. So I think it's about 10 seconds or something like that. So don't panic if I don't answer straight away. That is because there's a time delay. So don't panic. I will do my best to answer every question and everything that's thrown at me. So we're on the intros. We're good evenings to everyone, and welcome to the channel. Welcome to Sunday Night Live. It's a bit of a permanent fixture that I've had for quite a few months now. I think I started it in the first England lockdown. I can't even remember that was. We've had a few now. So I started doing this because there's a lot of people that fancy having a crack at fixing the car themselves, or genuinely got issues with the cars and need someone to talk to. So happy days, here I am. Have a chat to me. You get me for an hour-ish, usually more, on a Sunday night, 7 till 8 usually. And I talk with you. Easy as that. So let's have a look at the comments so far. Thank you, Andy. Yeah, as I spoke to you yesterday, it was yesterday. A little bit nervous. It's obviously a bigger platform, so to speak. So yeah, a bit nervous, but hopefully it runs all right. No hiccups, no technical issues. The technical man, Mr. Barrington, who you'll probably see in the comments, is probably watching it. In fact, I know he's watching this like a hawk, just to bollock me if something goes wrong, or let me know something has gone wrong. So hopefully it doesn't. Play it by ear. Chris, you're from Leyland. You'll have to educate me a bit of geography. If you're not in the East Midlands, I'm pretty stuck as to where that is. So let us know. Cosmin, evening, buddy. Nice to see you over here, matey. I'm all good. How about yourself? How's your weekend been? How's the weather? It was all right yesterday. Bit of a sunburn. And then today, the clouds and the rain have happened. So, yeah. Here we go. Just got a couple of minutes before I start answering the car question, so don't panic. I've not missed them or anything like that. I'm on the screen where it is, so don't panic. Even Mike Barrington, the technical, I'm going to call him the technical producer. That's what he is. He's my tech guy that does an absolute world behind the scenes. So big love to him over there. You'll see him in the comments. So I've seen there's a comment already with a Mark II facelift Octavia. Now, if you're not from this country, Skoda might be a different brand that you've never really heard of. It's pretty much a subsidiary of the Volkswagen Group. So Volkswagen is pretty well known across the world, across the globe. Skoda is the Czech Republic little arm of Volkswagen. So a lot of this stuff will cross over from Skoda to Volkswagen to Audi to Seat. Seat, if you've not heard of it, are the Spanish little link of the Volkswagen Group. So a lot of it does interchange. A lot of the diesel engines are the same, a lot of the petrol engines are the same, and a lot of the chassis work is the same. So don't be confused, and always pick me up if you're not sure of what car I'm talking about. I can maybe jiggle it about a bit so it makes more sense to wherever you are in the world. We can go down that route. So yeah, it's all about the comments. Just ping us a message. Just and even if it's not car related, if you want to know out about the channel, just stuff that you can see on the channel, a bit about myself, why I do this, why I do what I do for work, fire the questions in, and by all means, I will do my best to answer them as best I can while talking to you on a screen. So I think we're about 7 o'clock now. We'll go for it. Right, Chris W has got an issue with his Mark II facelift Octavia VRS. And that bit there, that is his question. So we'll have a pop at answering it. So when you get 70, 80 mile an hour, strange whirring noise only happens when the weather is warm and above 20 degrees. Ace, okay. Has the car been looked at recently? Have you checked your tyres yourself? Where's the whirring noise coming from? Is it coming from the rear of the vehicle? Is it coming from a particular corner, engine, anything like that? Just fill us in with a bit more info, buddy, and we'll try and tailor some help for you. Mike's put a little comment up. If you are new to this stream, because like I say, it has been on Facebook for a few months. If you are new to this stream, give us a wave. I'll wave back to you. Again, I'm not one of these people that will just randomly pick questions. I will answer all the questions to the side. I've got a little bar. You can't see. I've got a little bar, and I stop it on the bar so I don't miss any questions. So don't panic. Your question will be answered and answered fully. So you've got my undivided attention. Don't panic. You've got me for some time. Andy McAfee's pushed up a question now. When sales used to take something as trading, it was a bit of a lemon. I used to call the random dealers by Yellow Pages. So it was from another dealer, and have you come across this? I like it. I like it. Yeah, makes sense. Why not? It helps. A bit of free advice, but sure, definitely. I've got a lot of respect for that. A lot of respect. So, Chris, you're from near Preston. That makes a bit more sense. My English geography should be a bit better, but it's terrible. I mainly stay from where I am here to Milton Keynes, where the Volkswagen training centre is for the UK. That does include Ireland, Scotland, and Wales as well. And back to here again. I mean, if you saw the stream on Facebook at last week, I was in Wales. Mega drive back. You can definitely tell when you get back over the English border because it started raining. Good times. Long old journey back, but the roads in Wales are great, so it makes it quite nice. So hello, good evening to near Preston. I like it. Mike, he says he won't bollock me. I'm doing a great job translating my Welsh instruction into an amazing stream. I like it. I like it. I'm not the brains at all. I'm the face of Mike's little brainchild. No, we do bounce ideas off each other, to be fair. And if I am waffling crap in our little chats that we do, just to make sure I am sort of on track, he'll tell me, and again, I'll bounce ideas off him. And he's the chap that does basically say, no, it's crap, or yeah, it's all right, go with it. So massive love. And he says he don't bollock me, but he does in a nice way. Cosmin, London weather's okay. Looking forward to better days, sick of problems, but not complaining. There's a positive in that somewhere. The weather yesterday, like I said, up this neck of the woods, is not so great today, but yesterday was banging. It was hot. I think we even managed to have a barbecue in the garden. That is how good it was. Today, though, it's just been wet, wet, wet. So my car, luckily, is ceramic coated by myself. Great product I used. It was awesome. And the water just beads off. And cleaning it just is a breeze. It's a breeze. I mean, when I got back from Wales, it was absolutely hanging. But cleaning it was effortless because I'd put this wash on ceramic coating on. So if you want to know any more about any washing products that I have used on the channel, let us know. I can definitely talk to you about them as well. Mr. Barrington said, don't forget you can pop up comments on my screen. Talking to myself. I can pop up comments on my screen, and I can, and there they are. If you can see, if that's the same place I'm pointing. Okay, this is Chris's noise, about between 70 to 80 mile an hour, a little bit of a whining noise. 3 different garages have checked, and the tyres are good from the front. Now, bit of diagnostic process in these sort of whirring noises. Obviously, if you take it to a garage, they're going to tell you they can't go any higher than 70 mile an hour. It's a bit rubbish, I know. Difficult one. What I would say is if you can try and make the noise change tune. So by that, I mean, if you're checking for a wheel bearing, you're going to sort of drift the steering wheel left and right. You're going to try and load up the bearing where it's coming from. That'd be my first protocol. If your tyres are all good, your brakes are all good, I would try playing a tune on that bearing. I've had it before where in a straight line they've not been terrible. There's been a little bit, but moving around a corner a particular way, it will trigger the wheel bearing to sort of make a different noise. Now, if that's the case, then ace, we're going down the diagnostic route of a wheel bearing, which isn't too bad, and particularly on an Octavia, they're not bad to change either. A little bit expensive depending on where you get it from, but again, it's easy enough for us to do, and I can obviously guide you through different things. I need to do a wheel bearing video, actually. I've not actually put one on the channel. That's an idea. We'll roll with that. If you do need any help, let us know. Like I say, I'm always about to give you a bit of guidance, really. 352 Benno, good evening. Let us know whereabouts in the country or if indeed the world you are, and I'll give you a crack now. Your question is: you got 2015 diesel VRS with DSG, cruise control problem, trouble code is B1144F2. Is there any English to that code, buddy? That to me is think of the right word in here. That to me is an error with communication between the control module and what you're trying to do. Off the top of my head, if you can put that trouble code into something, then I can try and help, obviously, as best I can. Yeah, if you could translate that code, or if anyone in the comments can translate that code for me, and put some English to it. I may have seen it before. We don't really work off codes as such in a dealership. It's more the description and then a test plan to follow. So yeah, give us that information if you can. Mike, more constructive feedback than negative. I like it. Either way, we don't do negatives. We do constructive. So yeah, it all helps, mate. It all helps. Just to throw that one in there, it does say Adam Ballum, but that is my eldest daughter on her stepdad account. She's never seen me live before, so that's Lexi, and then Lacey if she's about watching as well. So good to see you here, sweetheart. Chris has put no noise at low speed or round corners. It does fluctuate up and down in volume. It's difficult to say without hearing something. It's more a case of, do you leave it to let it get worse, and then you'll be able to hear it a bit as well, or do you get the stethoscope out with a ramp if you've got access to one, and try and replicate it, if you like, on a ramp, so we can have a listen to the diff bearings. Put the stethoscope on the hub, anything that's rotating at that sort of speed in the air, we can normally do quite well. So that might be the route that you have to take. It might have to go some diagnostics. And yeah, stethoscope. I mean, it sounds balmy, but it's a great tool for noises. My favourite for using the stethoscope is for, as mad as it sounds and as dangerous as it sounds, for rotational bearing noises on like pulleys, idlers, rollers, alternator, anything like that. If you can sit it on a bolt that's obviously not spinning, great bit of diagnostics. You're there, you're sorted, you know exactly where it's coming from. You can pinpoint it, which is great. It's what we do. Yep, my youngest daughter is here watching as well, which is great. Hello, sweetheart. More than willing to drive to you, see if you're able to pinpoint it. It started last year and no change in noise and frequency, so it's not really changing at all. It's yeah, it's just there. We'll have to sort something. I'm not as easy as you think to pin down. It's busy. But see if you can get some form of video / sound clip, and we can go from there. And if it does need my attention, then by all means we can sort something, and I can have a look. No problem. Good evening, Archie, one of the regulars that's moved over from the Facebook. Hopefully you're well, and hopefully this is pretty similar to what you've been watching on Facebook. So I'm enjoying it. It seems to be going well. The coffee's going down nicely. The GTI cup, you can see there, GTI cup. And the questions are flowing in nicely. Not a bad idea, Mike. It's usually what we do for, particularly while COVID's been going on, for customers to be able to have a passenger record a noise or something along them lines, and then they can email it to us, and we can have a listen and see what we can do without the need of leaving your home or having to come to a dealership, particularly if you're isolating, shielding, whatever it may be at that point in time. We've done that as a thing. We trialed it and it works quite well. It just gives another sort of route of getting in touch with a technician, really, and just, yeah, to stop the mingling of people and just to put people's minds at rest while they are having to drive to and from work if they're essential, or whatever they need to do. It's just another route to speak to a technician, which sort of sparked the idea of why I do this on a Sunday night, because, like I say, getting hold of a technician, unless you're mates with them or related to him, it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. So I do what I do to help everyone. Thank you, Chris. If you can, it's just going to help. I might have heard it before, and I might just be able to go, it's that, or it's possibly that. So hopefully we can sort of get something sorted with that. Believe it or not, right? This is mad. Us technicians basically get stuck in a corner of a workshop, and we don't deal with people as often as you think. And particularly while COVID's happened, you used to go on road tests with customers and go and chat to customers and obviously try and help them as best you can. That's not a thing at the minute. That's obviously all been postponed. So yeah, we don't talk to people, and I've been shy forever. Even to the point where ordering food it can be a nightmare. So I don't know why I'm coming across, but yeah, before the live started, I was a bag of nerves, and always am. I don't know why. It's just my thing. So yeah, those of you that know me will know that I am a fairly shy person, which, yeah, if I'm not coming across that now is bizarre, and you probably won't believe it, but I am massively. So thank you, Archie. I'm not trying to look shy, honestly. There we go. We've got a customer testament there. It's from my daughter's mother, who has said that I'm always fixing their car. Now, that could sound bad for a technician, as in it's always breaking because of stuff I've done. That's not the case. It is a Vauxhall, and it's not the newest of cars, So it's had a couple of niggles and a couple of service bits like brakes and bits and bobs like that. And yeah, I've just sorted that out for them. Obviously, keeps car moving, keeps everyone motoring. And the motor trade, if you're not aware, is full of people that just want your money rather than giving you a good service. Now, I've had a few jobs myself, and customer service can sometimes be way off the mark in dealerships, in independents, anywhere you like. The customer service can be awful. I'm all about the customer service. It's not all about the profit. It's really not. It's about keeping the cars working. It's about keeping everyone safe on the road and adapting and overcoming to budgets, cars, anything like that. So I'm about to fix most people's cars, to be fair. But it's nice to hear from someone that I have actually fixed the car. That's a testament. So yeah, not many people on here obviously had me work on the car, but you never know. One day. No problem, Archie. Like I say, mate, just off the back of the comment I've just made, I will help everyone as best I can. I've got access to the people I need to speak to about things if I'm not 1,000% sure, if it's something new. But if I can't tell you there and then, I'll find it. You will get an answer, and it will be the right answer. I won't spiel off crap and hopefully go away. That's not the idea. I'll solve your problem. If I can't solve your problem, I'll tell you who can solve your problem. So we had a good chat yesterday, Archie, didn't we? So you got a resolution at the end. It wasn't the best, it wasn't the greatest, it wasn't what you wanted, but it's put your mind at rest thinking there's something wrong with your car, and there isn't. So it's the best of a bad situation, I see it. Evening, Steve. Thank you for coming over. Thank you for joining us, matey. I am well. I'm all right. How about yourself? Enjoying the lovely British weather. You can have all 4 seasons in one weekend. That is what we do here, and we enjoy it. We enjoy it massively. We love a good moan, us Brits, whether it's too hot, too cold, too wet, too dry, whatever. Queuing and weather and moaning. That's our thing. That's our thing. We love a queue. We'll queue for nothing. We will. We'll just stand behind people because we think there's a line for something like that. That's genuinely a British thing. So Andy's chucked in a comment that's at the bottom of the screen now. Following the 2.63 million posts about the Mitsubishi Cat bag on the expansion tanks of certain years of ag stuff and the fear of leak and matrix blockage, make a popular video giving your take on it. I can do that. Not a problem. I can do that. It will be from a personal perspective, not affiliated with anyone I work for, with anyone, any other big companies. It will be purely from me. I can nip that up now for all those that are watching, if you want me to, because my Octavia outside's got Mitsubishi Cat on the header tank. My previous car had Mitsubishi Cat on the header tank. I can clear that one up for everyone here now. If you want me to, just pop a comment down in the comments, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions about that. That's a good thing, that is, Andy, and I can definitely do a video on that. So not a problem. Mr. Codlin, good. Weather's been kind to us. Yeah, it's been a weird weekend on it, but we're not complaining. We don't complain, us Brits. We moan. Yeah, the weather's really good, and then it's been really crap, and then yeah. So we'll take it for what it is. This is obviously our 2 days of summer, and then that's it, downhill to December. We'll take that as it comes. Archie, right, this is on the back of the... I'll fill you all in while you're here. Me and Archie had a long old chat yesterday. He's got a 2021 Karoq and the Connect / apps on his car, aren't there? So we've gone through it, and he's got an Amundsen unit on his 2021 Karoq. Now, Archie said at the bottom of the screen now, it is supported on the Amundsen and Columbus system. Now, let me plonk a little bit onto that. It is supported as you have your internet radio, you have your points of interest on your nav. That is Connect. That's Skoda Connect. But the apps are currently not supported on the Amundsen unit. So that being said, as it said in the little article that I popped up there for you yesterday, it's coming. It's coming. I'll have a chat with the people that I obviously know tomorrow to see if there's any more info I can put to that to sort of put it to bed more than anything, just to give you a bit of a time frame, because it's horrible being told you've got something you can't use it. So I'll have a chat with my people and see if there's any more I can just sort of add to it for you. Stuart Shaw, good evening. Yeah, I'm all right, thank you, buddy. And I definitely did enjoy my break to Wales last week. The weather was stunning. Where we were was very, very, very nice as well. And the people we went to see that we missed dearly used to live next door to us, retired, got a massive house in Wales. Not the people we want to lose contact with, because they are absolute salts of the earth. So that is who we went to see. Obviously, the kids love him to bits. Me and the wife miss him massively, so that it just made sense to go see him. And the weather and obviously everything just worked out a treat. Obviously, it's been a bit naff with COVID. You've not been able to do this, that, and the other. Wales closed the borders and they opened them. Take the opportunities while you can to do what you can and see who you can, obviously within the rules. Steve, what was the idea behind the Mitt Silicat bag? Right, the idea behind it was to prolong the life of the coolant. So putting a silicone bag in the header tank was a great idea. The idea is good. The execution, probably not so much. I guess it wasn't a great idea over time, as weird as that sounds, as it's there to prolong the life of the coolant. What happens is, it's a little tiny pouch. If you get a, I don't know, like a box of shoes or something, when you get your shoes from wherever, it's got a little silica pouch in it. Absorbs the moisture and nasties. That is what the Mitt Silicat bag is to do. But unfortunately, with the heating and cooling of the coolant and everything else, it's splitting. And if you warm silicon up, it just turns into a mess, a heated mess. And that being said, that's going to sit, but it's going to go around your coolant system for starters, and it's going to sit in places. Usually, that is top of the header tank, where you'll see a line of scum, and then your matrix. So it blocks the heating. That is the only reason that you guys, unless you're checking your coolant every day, you'll notice there's an issue when you stop getting your heating. Also, that being said, if you do also stop getting your heating, have seen a number of water pump problems. Now, there is a video on the channel of the water pump problems and what happens and where they seize and why it is a problem. So don't always panic if you've got a slight coolant leak or issue or anything like that. It might be the silica bag. It could also be a water pump issue or something else. So don't jump to conclusions. Don't think of flush and all that's going to sort it straight away, because it might not be that being the fault. So in answer to your question, the idea behind that, Steve, was to prolong the life of the coolant. Just, didn't work out in the end. I've removed the last one in my last Red Octavia 66 plate. I removed it. I took it out. In my grey one now, which is an 18 plate Octavia, I've taken it out. It just didn't worth it. It ain't worth it. If you're going to keep on top of your car, your maintenance, your service and all that schedules, then it shouldn't matter, because you're going to change your coolant, you're going to check your coolant. If it is weak, you're going to drain and fill, anything like that. So again, I've just whipped mine out, just less hassle. There we go. That's part 2 testament. It's always been little faults, all wear and tear. Always pleased with how quick and well you fix things. Also, family and friends' car. You have your confidence to definitely grow. Possibly. I like I say, I only work on Volkswagens usually, or Skodas, how do you say it? But I will have a go at absolutely any car. So if it's bust, I'll fix it. If I've never fixed one before, I'll certainly give it a go and see what happens. If it's broke, can't really break it anymore. And if you fix it, happy days. You've also learnt something and possibly saved someone some money somewhere. So it's all good. All makes sense. Got a few comments coming up, so here we go. Pete Naylor, another Facebook regular. I love it. Love it. Thank you for coming over, guys. It's brilliant. He's been following. Hope Wales was a good one in the Octavia. Oh, mate, it was a stunning drive. That's the furthest I've been in that Octavia, my 18 plate. And yeah, the car handled the weight, handled the roads, everything smashing. So I can't fault it, mate. If you're ever going to do a long drive, take a Skoda. I do wholeheartedly back Skoda massively for the cars and everything like that. Simple one tonight. Superb rear boot gas struts. Top caps appear to have cracked. Is it the electric ones, buddy? Not just gas struts, or the electric ones? And is it the actual strut itself or what it attaches to? Just let us know. Oh, here we go. Apologies, there's another comment below. They're rusting, not the electric. Aha, yes, right. Tiny little clip that looks like it's going to take your eye out when you remove it, because it is. What I do is, all you need to do is you'll see where the clip sits. I'll try and show this on screen. It sits like that. And then if you can get this slot and just put your pick through it and pull it forward. You don't have to pull it out, just pull it forward. It'll release it from the ball joint, and that's both ends. So dead easy. There's no special tool. Just don't hurt yourself when you do it. If you use something sharp and pointy, I just use a pick. It's either a 90-degree pick or a straight one. Dead easy. Yeah. If you do need any further help, buddy, please let us know. Message me, whatever you need to do. Steve, no, on regards to the Mitsilicat bag. Obviously, it was a good idea at the time, but back when they only tested cars under lab conditions, it's obviously proved to be quite well and work. But the cars out in different climates have just killed them. They've just ruined them. So, yeah, I can only presume that the lab testing worked to a certain extent, but now the real world driving's just shown its ugly head and just ruined it, really. Pete chucked another one in. Video on Haldex oil. Yeah, did you like it? It was good, wasn't it? I did put a lot of effort and thought into that just to get the right sort of content for the people watching it, not as a technician's perspective, but just the why you need to do what you do. Whether you do it yourself, whether you pay a garage to do it. However, I wanted it to make it user friendly. So should you need to, you can refer to that and use it as a bit of an instruction manual, to be fair. It is 3 years. 3 years. There's no mileage. But if you wanted to do it sooner rather than later, that is not an issue. But it's 3 years. That's Volkswagen Skoda recommendations. If I buy the latest Superb with 20k in it, would you expect it to be changed? Depending on how old it is, buddy. Again, depending on how old it is. And on the back of your last part of your comment, the oil looked very dirty. Weirdly enough, mate, that was only 3 years old. This is why I do what I do, to show you guys why we recommend what we recommend. A lot of dealerships and a lot of technicians won't show you why. They'll just say, you need this, it's going to cost you this. And when you get back in your car, you're not going to notice the difference. And that is mostly what it's about. I like to show what you're paying for, why we do it, and what's going to happen if you don't do it. So, in answer to your question, 3 years, depending on how old the car is, and the oil was filthy, which is why we do what we do, and particularly take the pump out. There is a filter gauze on the end of the pump, which you see in the video, the white bit. That one that gets gummed up, the oil turns gummy for some reason. It's like when diesel waxes when it gets too cold, like that. And if it can't get into the pump, your pump's not going to pump anything around the four-wheel drive. Hence, your four-wheel drive system isn't going to work. Now, you won't really notice unless you're driving on off-road or crazy roads or in a bit of rubbish weather. But certainly, it will flag a fault up and can permanently damage the pump as well. And if you're well aware, they're not cheap. They're not cheap at all. So you can service them. If you've not seen the video, have a look. It's the Haldex one. It's for four-wheel drive Skodas, Volkswagen, Seats, Audis. If it's got the Haldex system, this is Generation 2 Haldex. That's the video for you. And you can do it on your own, at home. Just please follow what I've said, and you'll be fine. Let's find me Stuart. Rob, I was told the silica bag had burst in my 69 plate Golf as heating did not work. And like I've said before, been back to VW 8 times, hence why I'm getting a new Karoq in on the 6th of July. Yeah. It could have done. It could have been a genuine naff part. And it's popped. It could well have done. It's not very often we see them that new. They've popped. Normally you're looking at about sort of 15 to 17, I think it is now. But I think that a lot of people are either removing the bag themselves or they're fitting an aftermarket header tank, which it doesn't have the silica bag in. And obviously, if it's your car, that's entirely up to you. If it's under warranty, I would definitely leave it alone, purely based on the factors. If they want to throw a warranty claim out, they're welcome to, because you've technically adjusted the car from how it was manufactured. They can throw all sorts in there for you. I'm glad that you're getting a Karoq though, buddy. As much as I like Volkswagens, I don't like them as much as I do Skodas. And if you are from a different country where Skoda's not a thing, it's pretty much a Volkswagen, all but panels and a bit of tuning sort of thing. Andy, that Silicat one would definitely make a good video. The water pump sleeve one got great views. Again, yeah, I need to do that. That's another good idea. I need to be writing these down, really. Good content. I love the feedback. And obviously, yeah, I'm in the market for new ideas for videos. So doing the Haldex one was a spare at the moment thing, if you like. I see it and I thought that would make good content for the channel, for the viewers, for people at home want to know how and why and what and where. So yeah, I can do that as a video. It's really not difficult, so leave that one with me. I'll make that happen this week. Not that this is all obviously personal opinions. This is not affiliated with who I work for or whatever like that. If I'm going to remove the silica bag, it's on my head that I've removed the silica bag. I'm not suggesting you go out and do it. If you want to, the advice and instructions there. Obviously, play it safe. If you're under warranty, just be very, very careful. Are you on about the Haldex video, Pete? Just confirm that, matey. Mr. Barrington has put another testament up. I enjoy these because it means I'm helping people, and if I'm helping people, it means that what I do here on a Sunday night, as well as in the week and bits and bobs like that, is helping people. So, testament to Rob's knowledge in the video on his channel of stone in the brakes. Rob diagnoses this 160-ish miles away and talking about bollockings. He bollocked me more over safety. Right, I'll give you a little insight into what this is. There's a video on the channel that Mike filmed, and it's Mike in the video, and it's me just talking over it, saying what's going on. Mike did this because he sent me a video off the chat of a noise he got in his car, and I didn't really need to hear anymore. I told him what it was, stone in the brakes. So he filmed it, which if you have a look at the video, that's him. He's filming. And yeah, he didn't use an axle stand, and I have over several occasions bollocked him by it. He knows he was just doing it for speed. But yeah, I diagnosed that as just by hearing the noise. Again, to the previous comments a little bit earlier on in the session, it can be done. If I've heard it before, I'll more than likely steer you to the right sort of place. It's easy as that. If I can, I will, obviously. The Haldex video, believe it or not, took me about 20 minutes. 20 minutes. It took me longer to edit the video to make sure it wasn't too long and boring for you guys out there watching it, and it was just purely what you needed to know. So yeah, about 20 minutes. About 20 minutes, and then about an hour to edit it, just to make it perfect and again not too boring. So yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. I do enjoy these things. William Jones, good evening. The cap has been replaced. Thermostat radiator coolant system flush, but still has this issue. I know you won't know exactly without looking at, but would this issue occur as poor fitting? The cap has been replaced. Thermostat radiator coolant system flush, but still has it. What issue does it have, buddy? No heating. Just confirm that in the comments. I think that's the same one again. just like I say, just confirm what you still have, and I'll try and help you as best I can. At the end of my brew now. Done well. It's been a brilliant first YouTube session for everyone that's joined tonight. Thank you very, very much for coming and moving over from Facebook. If you have new members, again, this is a Sunday night thing. It's going to continue 7 till 8 every Sunday. You might find me do it from weird and wonderful places, like last week in Wales. Mostly it's here, so you can see the little bit of stuff behind me. I've got a t-shirt there, and then my 2 buckets that haven't featured on the channel yet. The t-shirt has, but the buckets haven't, which they will do obviously once the weather decides it's going to be consistent in what it does. You'll see the buckets featured. Now, I have made these buckets on myself with the help of Sarah Cheshire that does the printing. She printed the stickers for me, but I bought the buckets plain, as you do. I just wanted some buckets, but any of you guys want to buy some buckets, just let us know, and even if you buy the buckets yourself, I can get you the stickers. It's just, I think it's not that expensive. So yeah, if you want your own buckets with Tech Automotive and that on it, feel free to let me know. Andy, this is way better than Facebook with the current commenting being brought up on the video. See, that's me doing that. That's just a bit of training that Michael's given me. It wasn't as easy on the Facebook, purely because there wasn't a delay to sort of let me engage with the viewers, the audience, as much as there is on YouTube, which is great. It's ace. And I can bring the comments up, and it just seems to be a lot more streamlined than it was. And it wasn't hard to set it up. It wasn't hard to do or run. So, yeah, thank you for that, matey. As long as you can hear and see me and I'm coming across clearly, happy days. It will continue again. Hopefully the audience will grow the more people you tell about it. Although I'm Volkswagen, Skoda, Audi, Seat trained, can be any country. You can fire a question about a car. You can ask me what the channel's about, where the channel's going, what's coming up. Give me ideas for the channel. I mean, by all means. That's what I'm pretty transparent in that sort of respect. So thank you for the feedback, buddy. Have you ever given the Canton system a good try? I was looking at the options. Apparently there's a sub in the boot. Yeah, there is a sub in the boot. And there's an extra 2 wires. There's it's an IR wire, it's called, an IR wire. With it's infrared. It sits under the passenger side seat, which enables the sub and your Canton. There is a difference. Volkswagen do a version, Audi also do a version. But yeah, it does sound great. The sub in the boot is a nice little feature. It just gives you that bit more of a punch on your music rather than the standard manufacturer's fitting, whatever it is. Although my Octavia is pretty standard. I've not changed the speakers or anything like that, but the bass is pretty good. But yeah, if you're going down the Canton route, it's always nice to have a car already spec'd up with it. So I don't know how easy it is to fit that as a sort of a retrofit. It might be something I need to look into, and I can probably help you. But yeah, definitely Canton is a great idea. You need to replace the VW shirt with Skoda one. Well, the reason it is what it is because it's got the Tech Automotive bit just there. And then the VW is obviously because I work at VW. And I've also got a Snap-on hoodie on tonight. So repping the brands. Now, they're all brands I do use. And yeah, I've even done a couple of tool reviews, and that was feedback from some viewers on the audience that they'd like to see some tool reviews. I've done two so far that seem to have done well. People like to hear about tools more than anything. So again, if you guys want me to do anything like that, sweet, just let me know. I can organise that. Another one from Mr. Barrington. As the weather is getting nicer, have you got any new detailing content coming up? Nice question. I like it. Yes. I have. With the 2 buckets and Dual Auto Care. Now, if you guys haven't heard of Dual Auto Care, they are a detailing company up in Manchester or around Manchester. I have a review to do on their products. with a BMW X4. Now, part 1 is one of the videos on the channel already. If you want to have a look, it's the unboxing. And then part 2, when the weather behaves and I can get hold of the X4, because he's the gym owner that I go to, and he's quite busy, so he needs the good weather to get to and from work on his R1 motorbike. So I can then have his X4 to give it a nice bath. So I'm going to show the 2 bucket method with the dual auto care products that I have. So the soap, the snow foam, the interior cleaner. So you'll see these lovely fellas, and you'll see me doing that. What else have I got? I think that's it for now. But if any of you guys out there have got a suggestion of any products that you'd like me to show on the channel or use or anything like that, I've also got on the Karcher that I use, I've changed it all the. If you've ever got a K2 out there, you'll notice the pipe's really small. It's pretty useless, to be fair. I've got a 6 meter extension on there, and I've changed the lance and that to quick connect. So I've got a stubby gun with the attachments, quick connect and all that. It might be some use to you guys out there. It definitely helps. So I can show that on the channel as well. But yeah, again, please give me your ideas, your feedback, and I can show it. I can do my best to show it. Or a shirt, Andy, or a shirt with all the VAG symbols in order of superiority with Skoda on the top. Pretty much like a TPS t-shirt. I'm sure Skoda's somewhere near the top on there. I'll have to have a look. If any of you guys know who TPS are, they are the Volkswagen, how they say at Skoda, a bit like Euros, but they're just dealing that from genuine parts. I'll have a look at that. I'm sure I've got a Skoda t-shirt upstairs as well, to be fair. Next week, remind me, Andy, and I'll pop a Skoda one up. I think a couple of weeks ago I had a Skoda one up, and someone told me I needed to iron it. That's how good it was. Let's have a look. Thinking of having a virtual cockpit fitted to my Octavia. What are your thoughts on them? I know they're not cheap. That's a thought. They're not cheap, but they are clever in what they do. They are very, very clever. Yeah, if you're bored of just the standard dash, the virtual cockpit is the way forward. Particularly the way you can move your speedo and your rev counter, and you can have maps in the middle. The options are immense. They're endless. Grace in the Skoda owners group does all the coding for these. There is a few people about in the UK as well that will code them for you. If you get the dash genuine from TPS or Skoda, wherever, they can be coded in and they look sweet. What I might do is another video showing you guys around a virtual cockpit. Now it will be in a Volkswagen because that's where I work. So yeah, I'll do that if you guys want to see a little bit of a tour of a virtual cockpit. We also do have, if you've ever heard of it, the ID3 and the ID4, the Volkswagen's flagship fully electric cars. If you guys want to see a bit of that, more than welcome. I can show you around one of them. I'll write all these down after, don't worry. So we can start making some content and I'll tick them off as I do them. So yeah, let us know. But my thoughts on a virtual cockpit are they are ace and they're fun to play with. A lot of money though. Don't worry about it, buddy. I'm not sure why it repeated. Internet gremlins, but it's all good. Andy McAfee, you think the Canton is a nightmare retrofit with the fibre optics? Yeah, exactly what I mean. The fibre optics is the word I was looking for. Thank you, mate. The fibre optics are a bit of a pain in the arse. But I've got a really clever tool at work that can test the fibre optics. It sends a light back down it and checks for return to see if there's any breaks in the fibres. Pretty cool to watch to do, to be fair. Archie, with Canton, you can't have a spare wheel because of space. Now they've that is a very recent change. I think Volkswagen have it, Audi have it. The spare wheel sits obviously where the spare wheel sits. It's only a space saver spare wheel, but the sub sits in the spare wheel. And just as you normally would your toolkit, you'd unscrew the big plastic cap, move your sub out of the way, spare wheel. The toolkit's kept in a compartment in the side rather than where obviously where your sub is. But yeah, they've overcome that. They've overcome that problem and made it a lot better as well. So it's less breakable. I mean, I think the old ones were in the side panel, weren't they? Subject to a lot of water and rubbish that used to get into them and kill them. So they've made that a lot better, a lot sleeker, looks a lot better, definitely. Mike's replying to Andy. I'll pop the comment on the screen anyway. The Facebook police were a nightmare. Oh man, they were. That is the reason. Well, that's one of the reasons why we spurred onto using YouTube. Obviously, I've got the channel, and the Facebook police were a disaster. If I was to swear accidentally or mention a company's name that wanted to challenge the fact I was mentioning a company's name, if they saw it, I would get banned on YouTube for 24 hours. I wouldn't be allowed to comment. That happened quite a lot. And they made it a nightmare to start a live stream. They'd cut live streams, they'd move it about, they'd mess around. Oh, it was a disaster. So for me, sat here now doing it on YouTube, it's been a huge success for me, particularly. I've not had an issue. I've managed to speak to you. I'm seeing all your comments. You're hearing and seeing me. So yeah, fantastic. It's been so straightforward. It's been great. So thank you guys for coming along and making it is what it is. Agreed. Again, Andy, this is on the back of Mike's comment. YouTube's more made for the job. It is. I'd obviously being admin of the Skoda Owners, I wanted to try a little bit of a live session months ago when I started it to see what it was like, really, and obviously to see if I could handle it, being the shy guy that I am. And I didn't know how I'd be able to talk to people, obviously, with not being able to physically talk to people. But it seems to be all right. I seem to manage to sort of answer the questions as best I can and help as best I can, which, again, is the aim of the game. Let's have a look. William. Basically, I had a new cylinder head fitted on a T4 with less than 200 miles of pressurized coolant being pushed out the back of my expansion tank and reservoir. So your coolant system's pressurizing up, and you've had a new head, presumably a new head gasket. Why was the head replaced, buddy? Just let us know that, because I might have a bit of an answer for you. Just let us know why the head was replaced, buddy. Another idea for a video idea, you could show all the bits for the new part on the pressure washer and how they work on the car and which is better. Yeah. I've got a shed full of car washing bits, not just products, tools, bits, bobs like that. I can definitely do a little bit of a review, if you like, on the pipes and where I've got bits from, just for you guys out there if you want to know or want to do it yourself. I can definitely do that. I'll have to put that on my list of stuff to do. That list after this session is pretty massive, but again, gives me something to focus on and obviously to bring you guys more content, which is our aim of the game. And my eldest daughter that's here now, she's the camera girl for quite a few of the videos, to be fair. If I'm not doing them myself when she's not there, she is the blonde-haired lass. That's the camera girl. You'll see her pop up quite a bit. So yeah, she's in the room now, supporting her dad, which is fantastic. And obviously she does that by doing the camera work as well. And then obviously coming up with these ideas along the bottom. Virtual cockpit for your Octi be a nice video journey, including a visit to Sasha for coding. Now, I would put a virtual cockpit on my car. Two issues with that. One, it's on PCP. So I change my car like the weather. So it's on PCP. I chop it in. So I don't spend a lot sort of modifying it because I've not got it that long. But definitely a bit of coding from Sasha. I wonder if it's worth me having a chat with her and seeing if she can film a bit of coding for us, just for us to have a look at, really. Obviously, we don't need to see any customer details, just a bit of the playing around she does, because she activates the colour change for the ambient lighting as well, which is fantastic. She even popped some pictures up on the Facebook group the other day of her doing that. So the coding that she does is unreal, and maybe it's worth having a chat and seeing what she can do, sort of add to it a little bit for you guys out there that want to see it. Yeah, no problem, Steve. I can sort that. I'm quite often in a car with virtual cockpit, so not a problem. I can do you guys a little tour of that. No bother. Right on the list. Archie's had a play in an Enyaq. Now, if you guys out there that don't know Skodas, that's Skoda's latest, and he's had a play in it. So pretty cool car. I'm yet to have a look at one, really, but I'll get there. Oh, sorry to hear that, buddy. Your internet's a bit rhubarb. Yeah, and if it's not gone to plan, just send us a message. On the YouTube channel, I have got an email address of r90jra@gmail.com. If you want to email me any questions you've got outside of this chat, not a problem. Not a problem at all. Andy, is your work doing courtesy cars again, COVID-wise? All Skoda ones here aren't due to COVID, but will instead now hire you a car. Feels like a scam doing hire cars. Okay, our dealership, yes, they are doing loan cars now. Rather than them being out and in and out and in, there's a longer turnaround for obvious reasons. So the customer will have it. I think the car goes out once a day, comes back in, fully sanitized now, fully valeted, and everything sanitized, and then it's left overnight, and then ready to go out again. Everything is deep cleaned and left. We don't have one customer in, one customer out. It's not like that at the minute, and I doubt it will be for a long time to come. I've not heard of dealerships hiring cars out. That just sort of, then you're putting your trust into a hire firm to see whether they've cleaned it or not. I don't understand. You might as well just do it yourself when you know it's clean, and keep the cost in the dealership. Just, yeah, that's a bit odd. Okay. Yeah, we just have less availability more than anything, but it's controlled. You just first come, first serve basis. Some dealerships are different though. Some groups are different. It just, yeah, baffles me, that one. Baffles me. But right, so we are just about to hit that magical hour. It's been fantastic having you guys that have moved over from Facebook here, and the new guys that I've joined as well. Again, this is a permanent fixture. It's a 7 to 8 o'clock slot every Sunday. I don't know what time that'll be in any other country if you're watching from another country. But invite everyone along that you know that may find my content and help interesting. Again, this is very open. There's no restrictions. Join in, have a chat, join in, say hello, do what you need to do. Again, I'll answer every question as best I can. But again, thank you very much for everyone coming along. Thank you very much for the questions. Hopefully my responses have been what you need. Again, if you need to contact me outside of these Q&As, r90jra@gmail.com. You'll be able to send me an email, and obviously I'll reply when I get it. So thank you very much for coming. Thank you all for joining in. Stay safe, take care, and I will see you next Sunday.